Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my video. So today we're going to be going over my favorite Unholy Death Knight PvP build for arenas, and this is a build that I've been using for a couple of seasons now in Legion to climb the ladders, and basically revolves around doing a lot of consistent, really strong damage and also really strong pressure on the enemy team. And I know some players are probably thinking, oh, well, why would I want to play Unholy if, Frost is like OP right now? Well, if you want to change the pace and maybe you're tired of Frost like I am, and you want to test out Unholy, right now Unholy is still really strong, guys. Like nothing has changed since, they got buffed last patch, I believe. They're still really good in arenas and in PvP, but you just don't see them as much because Frost is almost borderline OP, and it's really strong, and it's really easy to learn. But for me personally, guys, Unholy has always been my favorite Death Knight spec since I started playing this game, and it's actually still my favorite spec. In arenas and in PvP in general. So that being said, let's go ahead and go over the PvP build. And I'm going to go over pretty much everything like talents, and I'm also going to go over honor talents that synergize really well with this build. So let's get started. Alright guys, so this is my Unholy Frenzy PvP build, and this build revolves around a couple of things. One, death coils. We're going to be casting a lot of death coils with this build, guys, and the reason for that is because of Unholy Frenzy. Unholy Frenzy, basically, whenever you pop a festering wound, it increases our auto attack speed by 100%. And as you guys know, our auto attacks always have a chance to give us free death coil procs. So basically, those two synergize really well, and it just ends up being that this build is kind of like a death coil machine gun, basically. The other talent, which is an auto talent, is Necrotic Strike, which is a healing absorb, and that's one thing that differentiates, Unholy and Frost, is that Frost, yeah, it does a lot of, burst damage, but it doesn't have a healing absorb. Unholy actually does have a healing absorb. And as you're going to see in a couple of minutes here, I'm going to show you a couple of 2v2 matches where I actually use this build, and it's really effective, guys. Unholy is pretty much a spec that's all about, wearing down your opponent with like diseases, necrotic strikes, death coils, your zombies, etc. It does a lot of strong, consistent damage, and like I said, it's one of my favorite specs, guys. It's like such a fun spec once you learn it or once you master it. Alright guys, but enough talk, so let's go ahead and check out those 2v2 ranked arenas I recorded earlier today using this PvP build, and you're going to notice a couple of things. One, of course, I'm going to be spamming a lot of death coils, and the other thing is I'm also going to be spamming a lot of necrotic strikes, guys. I'm talking about a lot. I hardly ever use Scourge Strike because the thing is I really don't have to. Death Coil just does so much damage on its own, and Necrotic Strike causes so much pressure because of the healing absorb that I just don't have to use Scourge Strike that much. I mean, I guess you can weave it into your rotation if you want to, but you don't have to. So you're going to see that with this build, I slowly wear down the enemy team until eventually we just rot them down and just basically just win. So let's check out those matches, and yeah.